Good morning. Thank you, Jesus, for the day. Let's get into the video. Today we're starting to put on our alabaster face frames onto our cabinets. I'm over there dadoing them out, and Jacob's here screwing them together. How are they coming?
Coming together good.
Screwing in well.
A lot more to go.
3 down, like 15 more to go. Using our master sheet here, figure out whether it's a quarter scribe or a half scribe. Then just dadoing as I go. I almost have this one done. I just need to do the 1/2 inch on the other side. And then keep going on all of these. I'm gonna line my fence up with a 1/2 inch that I have marked down here. Then I'll run this at a 1/2 inch. And the reason why this side's a 1/2 inch and this side's a 1/4 inch for our dados is this side's getting a side panel. That'll eat up that extra 1/4 of an inch. I like to run it through twice just to make sure that it came out okay, and now we're going to do a little test fit, see if it fits, and it does. It's not too tight, but it's definitely snug, so that's what we're looking for. Once the glue goes on and the screws, it'll be perfect. So I'll set this over here for Jacob. He'll get it all screwed on. He's also nailing in our sub toe kick. That gives us a place to nail our finished toe kick onto. That one should be good to go. Now, I'm going to save the Lazy Susans, I think, for last. That's my plan, at least. Get those big boys out of the way. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to do this little one. Kind of like to do the easy ones first and save the hard ones for the end. So I'm going to do that guy next. He's sitting right here. I have all of my face frames dadoed out, and Jacob's putting them all on now. What I'm on to is putting our Lazy Susan face frames together. 12 3/4 that way, making sure they measure out correctly here. 12 and, if I can hook my tape measure, 12 3/4. Okay. I have a right angle clamp on here, holding it perfectly flush, perfectly in line. What I'm going to do, sink it down a little bit. I'm going to put a brad nail. Make sure we're still perfect. We are. That way when I go to screw these together, they don't move on me, even though I have the clamps. Sometimes it still likes to move a little bit. Go. That should be fine. I'm using 1 1/4 inch fine threads. Oh, that clamp's in my way. Well, it should be clamped up enough now between the brads and the one screw. Should be able to just unscrew that guy. Screw this in here. Nice and slow. I think the brad nail's kind of in my way here, which is annoying as you know what, but it'll be fine. I think that'll work well. How does it look on the front? Looks really good on the front. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing this time down here. Clamp me on. Clamp it on. Nice and tight, preferably. There we go. Pull it this way a little bit more, I think. That matches there, and that matches there. Height, we're fine. Okay, let's put a brad. Another brad. Okay, that all feels good. I used to do this before we sprayed them, but there we go, sucked it in good. It's kind of a pain in the butt to spray these when they're like this. They're kind of loosey-goosey on the carts. So now I just do it afterwards. It's kind of more of a pain in the butt for me, but it helps the other guys when they're spraying them, so. There we go, that closed up. Oh my goodness, thank goodness we send these through the oven. Okay, perfect. That looks phenomenal now. Let's just double check our measurement from the front. 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay, now, in theory, these should, and you have to kind of work with these a little bit because they're kind of a pain in the butt. But essentially, these will go on to our Lazy Susans. They're kind of, again, they're kind of a pain in the butt because, oh yeah, this is the number 11, isn't it? This one needs to go over there. So this one needs to come here. There we go. And essentially it'll seat in just like that. And then I'll get the bottom all lined up and everything, but that's essentially how it'll go, just like that. Now I need to put this one together, or dado it out, put it together, and then put both of these on. What I'm going to do now for this Lazy Susan, it comes with, the CNC comes with toe kick parts here, which is nice, obviously. But it doesn't come for a way to like attach the toe kick parts well. So we devised a method for that. It's kind of a pain in the butt, quite honestly, but it works. So we're gonna keep on doing it. Get all the tools that we own for a simple task, and then I'm gonna get this glued right here. Spread it out. Use an 1¼ inch brads to make sure it's secured well. This is just our sub toe kick. Get it lined up. And I want it sturdy so that way when we nail our finished toe kick, it just creates no issues. We're just able to nail and be done with it. So make sure I get my fingers out of the way. Tap that in. There we go. Okay. Next step, just gonna double check. Yep. Yep. So this should go. Yep. And yep, I believe so. I don't think it should go like this. No, definitely not. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try to dribble in a bunch of glue right down in here. Perfect. Come around yonder here. Nail the piece to it without nailing my finger, hopefully. Perfect. Okay, love that. Now, as you can see, technically we could be done, but the piece can raise up and down. The weight of the cabinet would hold it, I suppose, so it wouldn't really matter. What do you need? Oh, the glue? Still the glue. But what I'm gonna do here, to make sure we're solid, I'm gonna get a little pilot hole. I don't like using the brad nails to nail these boards in. I like using screws. Am I able to steal 2 screws? It's gonna be close, isn't it? Gonna be close on those. I might just. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Besides the corner. We're gonna be close on screws, so I'm gonna use a little different screw, I think. There we go. Move that up there, move that down there. Okay. Using 1 inch so they don't pop through onto the inside of the Lazy Susan. But I countersunk them because 2 reasons. This material is 3/4, and I want the screw to go in a little deeper. And 2, when I put my next blocks on, these are just scrap material, I want them to sit flat. That way I'm able to now brad nail these blocks to end up being able to push this toe kick down an angle and shoot. And now, super sturdy. Can't go anywhere, can't flop around or move. I don't think it would, quite honestly. Super Susans are super heavy, so it would hold it down. And these are just scrap material, but that way then I know for a fact the toe kick is supported. Kind of crazily, but well. So those guys are done. Solid and big. We have this cabinet, which I can't stand doing. That's the last real face rim I think we have to do. Jacob hopefully will have enough screws to put these on. I don't think he will, but he might. Okay. Sweet. Once that's done, Brandon's cutting the bottom panels for all of our uppers so we can hide all of our Craig jigs. We'll contact cement those on. We'll double check everything, double check the shelves, and get these cabinets over there. I just finished putting all of our lower skins on to hide all of our pocket screws that we drilled out with our Craig jig machine. Now what I'm doing is I'm packing out our microwave cabinet. And I get a lot of hate in the comments for this. But I think it's the correct thing to do. Make it 1.5 inches thick, so that way it helps support the weight of the microwave. Because the cabinet's what's supporting the microwave. I also like it flush so the microwave can't tilt or do something stupid. So once this piece, I just contact cemented it. I'll put more contact cement, I'll contact cement this, and then I'll brad nail it all together. That way it's like a sandwich. And I'll use some color matched putty, so you'll never see the holes. The microwave will hide it as well. So really don't even need to use the putty, but I'm going to. And then when Jacob gets back, we're gonna double check all the measurements on all these uppers. We've already done that on the lowers that are over there. We'll double check all the shelves. We'll work on that corner cabinet. And then Brandon's gonna start cutting out this kind of weird filler situation for that pantry and fridge right there. So we'll figure that out here. We'll just keep on trucking. I think we're also going to try to make our pan divider, put that inside of our custom cabinet. So that'll be fun as well. Next task is to build our pan divider that pulls out. So I'm putting a subboard in so that way I'm able to nail my top board, nail my bottom board, and then I can put our tray or our divider in that pulls out in case the customer doesn't want it in there anymore. The reason why we do the pull out is because we had a customer who wanted a pan divider, and then a little ways down the road they didn't want it anymore, and it was all nailed in and it couldn't come out, and it was terrible to get out. They just wanted shelves in there. So now I just make them easily able to pull out. In worst case, we could drill new shelf holes for the client, make them new shelves, and make it super easy. So I'm gonna get this all screwed in with the pocket screws by Craig Jig, and then Jacob's edge banding our other boards that'll go right here, and then our middle board, I'll cut a dado in those boards, and the middle board will be able to slide in and out easily. Huh? No, I don't want my helmet. I really think without this Milwaukee drill driver, it would be semi-impossible. Perfect. All right, the sub board is done. It's plumb level, measures out correctly. Those two boards will go here and here, but I need to cut my dado notch first. Super dusty in there, but we have our sub board right here, and that allowed me to nail this board into it. I'm gonna use some color match putty just to color that, or just hide those brad nails. But I got my dado notch on the top, and then on the bottom I did the same thing. Dado notch, so we edge band it, nailed it in. I'll just fill those nail holes in with a little color match putty. And now what Jacob's doing is he's cutting our middle board. That'll be the divider for the pans, and it can be pulled out or put back or whatever. So if the client wants it or doesn't, it's easily removable. And then once we know it fits, he'll just edge band it and the pan divider cabinet will be done. Then I think what we'll do is we'll move on to the corner cabinet. I'm working on the upper corner cabinet, and it actually worked out really easy this time because I've been tweaking it and manipulating the math for a while now to try to get to this point. And I think we're at the point where I was able to cut it once and it worked out. So I think it's gonna be nice. That's how I'm going to attach the sides. I did that last time and it worked out well. Yeah, because I didn't brad nail it and like have it pop through or something completely dumb.
I'm surprised the small flats actually get there.
Okay, I feel pretty good. Pretty much flush. I'm gonna lift this is a little bit not great. There we go. Yeah, look at those. These screws are like the hometown hero.
Yeah. I would have thought they were gonna pop this up way more.
Nah, it's because Papa put the Craig jig right. We got me one more. Nope, right behind you. He didn't just let you do it, you know?
It's always a good idea.
Nah, I tightened it.
Tighten the hell.
Oh, with the screw gun.
Oh, shit, really?
And it didn't move one bit. Don't love that. Pull that back. Okay, now next. Will you flip it over? Can you flip it while I grab more screws? Yeah, I want the top to be able to. Right there is actually fine how that is. Now we screw in the top, and we'll screw in the sides. Okay, so we need to go this way. Something like that. If I can get a screw in it, make me very happy. Yep. Then another screw. I think we're into the Craig jig. That's why I put so many of them here. There, that tightened it. We're good to go right there. Okay, now, yeah, just push it straight up. There we go. What we're gonna do here, will you hand me those two things? Yep. The screw's gonna pop out, but I can clean it up. No. Oh, I was like, that was the first one I grabbed. It was a door screw. I was like, no. So now, so what I did last time, and the screw did pop through. But I was able.
That corner.
Yep, I was just able to clean that up with the multi-tool, and this worked out perfect because it's super secure and the brad nails don't pop through. If that oh, I don't love that though. Let's come in here a little bit more here, Tyler. Come on. There.
Yeah, it's nice and
Right
actually
there.
pulls it back.
Yep. Perfect. Well, you go get that multi-tool. I'll just clean them up right now. There's no like great way. I do have the Craigs right here, but there's no great way to really Craig it. So this is how I've been doing it. Aside from the part that the nails technically pop through there, or not the nails, the screws, I really like it because the inside is perfectly clean and it's like super tight. So it works well for us. Everything is secure and everything looks great. Whoa! Now we'll just maybe not. I don't really like this multi-tool if I'm being honest about it. I like my multi-tool.
Give you the wrong battery.
Well, I want it to like stop being so crazy. Perfect. This guy is now pretty much completed besides our bottom panel. Jacob, you can check the shelves right now. Take that over there, and then we might be able to start measuring for doors. All of the cabinets are now completed. Jacob and Brandon are screwing in the drawer boxes. Look at that man work. I'm going to start measuring for all the doors, and then I may even start putting on the side panels here later tonight. I have everything labeled, all of my hinges. I just need to go through and make sure I measure everything correctly. Brandon and Jacob just left for the day, but we got all the cabinets measured, double checked, built, all of the skin side panels on, and I got all of the doors measured. We even got the brackets in for all of our custom built dovetailed drawer boxes. So I'm going to clean up the whole shop, get everything organized. I think the only things we have left here for these cabinets are we need to get the drawer boxes clear coated. I'll show them to you right over here. They're sitting over here, unmatched maple, tailed. We need to get all these clear coated, 3 coats of clear coat sent through the oven. We need to spray all the trim. I need to cut down the crown to a little bit smaller size, but we need to spray all the trim. We need to get the drawer boxes installed into these cabinets. And then I want to get all the cabinets cleaned out, because they're just dusty from being in the shop. So, and then once that's completed, which we'll do that tomorrow, and I may even clean out all the cabinets, get them all over there and organized tonight. But we'll finish that all up tomorrow. Hopefully start installing later tomorrow, because Carl and Brandon are going to go tear out the old cabinets tomorrow morning. Or worst case, we'll start installing Wednesday. Jacob's going to be taping and spraying resurfacing project, drilling new handles, all that sort of deal. So it'll be a super busy week. This Alabaster kitchen remodel is coming together well, though, which is a blessing. So make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Adios.